Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining today's webinar, Low-Code Technology and Agentic AI to Transform Email Chaos into Automated Task Management. This is the third in our series, Automating Processes with Agentic AI, where we show another example of how AI agents can be embedded directly into business processes to act like digital employees, receiving tasks, executing work, and collaborating within automated workflows. My name is Joachim Sam Haas. I'm Director of Product Management here at Ultimus. And today I have with me Naveed Ahmed, Director of Professional Service, who will guide us through the technical part of today's demo. Please put your questions into the Q&A box at the bottom. We will have a Q&A session at the end. The starting point of today's demo. Every one of us struggles with the flood of emails we get every day, full of information, noise, and important tasks that still needs to be handled. In one of our recent projects, we helped a customer get control over this chaos using Ultimus BPM, low-code plus Agentic AI. Our example shows how incoming emails are automatically analyzed, categorized, and turned into structured tasks inside the Ultimus Task Management tool. This allows organizations to transform unstructured communication into clear, actionable work items. So every request or inquiry becomes a tracked, managed task in the system. My colleague Naveed will now show you how this works in practice. This practical part covers two areas. One is the transition of emails and how AI brings them into structured task management. And the second part gives you some high-level insights into our task management app done with our CPS low-code technology. After that, I will give you a short architectural overview and an outline of the different AI deployment options, focusing on how each handles data and information protection. Naveed, I will hand over to you.
Thank you very much, Sam, for an excellent introduction. So my name is Naveed Ahmed, and I'm the Director of Professional Services. I will take a few moments explaining one of the major pain points from the business side, which we are seeing on a daily basis. Like you have seen that on a daily basis, we receive a lot of emails. And most of the time, these emails are coming from external customers as well as from internal departments. And these emails contains a lot of different action items and tasks which we have to do. And we have seen that managing tasks and action items through these emails is not very easy. So it's really easy to miss the deadlines, miss the task, and also the priority and different aspects of these action items. And what is the result? The result could be that the customers, they are not happy, they are frustrated, the projects are not on track, they're getting a loss, and the productivity can be reduced, we have quality issues, and so on. So we can have so many serious issues because of this problem. So in today's demo, we have a very specific real-life construction company use case. So this construction company has around more than 100 employees, and these employees are getting a lot of emails on a daily basis from different external customers as well as internal departments. And these employees are trying to manage these tasks through emails. So let me show you one of the mailbox from one of the employees. So here you see that this is one of the mailbox from one of the employees. So you see that there are more than 400 emails. And just imagine that this is just one employee, but in actual, there are more than 100 employees, which means that thousands of emails. And tasks can be much more. So a lot of tasks are hidden inside these emails. And it's not really easy that what has been already done, and the visibility is not there, transparency is not there. The priority of the task is not visible. So there are so many issues. And the result is that the customers, they are not happy. And there are so many complaints from internal departments as well. So how we can resolve this issue? So we will show you today that how we can use Agentic AI with the help of low-code technology, and we can resolve this problem. So let me show you our task management system, which is a result of our low-code technology. You see, this is our task management system and what we can do here. So tasks can be created in a very nice and more structured way. So we can see the title of the task, description, and we can see the project, and we can see all these different parameters. So team members, they can have their own view. They can start working on the task. Tracking easy, visibility is very easy, and everyone is well notified whenever there is a new task and whenever there is a change. So how we can convert these unmanaged emails into a proper task management system? So here we are using Ultimus low-code technology as well as Agentic AI. So what we will do, I will take one of these email. For example, you see this email. So there is a lot of communication in this email, and it's not very clear that how many tasks we have to, these people have to do from the email, and what is the priority and this information. So instead of spending time on this email, we can just hand over this email to one of our shared mailbox, which is monitored by one of our AI agent. So let's forward this email, and I will forward one more email like here. Okay, so once these emails are forwarded, so what is happening in the background? Let me show you that. Here we are launching a workflow. So in this workflow, we are reading the email from the mailbox, from the shared mailbox, and we are handing over the content of the email to our AI agent. AI agent is analyzing the email, converting this email into proper structured task list, and then we are creating these tasks into our task management system. So this is all happening with the help of our low-code technology, also AI agent. So you see that we have started to get notifications, which means that two emails what we just sent have been converted into proper tasks. So here you see this to be done is empty at the moment. If I refresh it, so we will see there are around 8 tasks. And now it's very easy that everyone is well notified through the notification and the email, and these people can easily start working and start moving from one status to another status. So this task management system is basically one of the is basically one area from our big PMO solution, which we are already using into production for our different regions across different teams. Okay, now I will show you that how we are doing this together with the AI agents and also with the low-code technology. So let me first focus on this low-code technology. So one of the example of this low-code technology is this task management system. So you can see that how easily we can manage different tasks. Okay, this task management system is basically is part of our PMO solution, and we are using already, as I mentioned, into production, which means that with the help of this PMO solution, we can create projects with different methodologies like waterfall, agile, and we can apply different frameworks, for example, Scrum or Kanban. So people, they can work through this Kanban control as well through the list way. And the project manager, they have their own view. They can work on different projects, and the team members, they have their own view. You can see that we can manage tasks, bugs, and user stories. Project manager, they can edit, reassign tasks, change the information of the task, and people are notified. And on the left side, you will see that we have more applications. We have project dashboard, which we can use to create different projects from different categories across different regions, and we can manage all the information around the project, which includes risks, resources, and epics, user stories, and backlogs, and all these informations. Then you see that we do have different reports, which can give a nice transparency and visibility to the management on the profit and loss of the project and the effort side. And we can see also the risk reports. We can see the resources pool and manage them. And the visibility of the team is also there, that we can see that, okay, who is doing what and who is free. And then there are more applications we can use for the exercise and different purpose. Okay, this is just one of the use case I showed today, that we can convert unmanaged emails into proper structured task list, but there are many more use cases we can do. For example, we can hand over one of the complete data of one of the project to the AI agent, and then this AI agent can really have deep analysis of the project, can figure out the bottlenecks, risks, and the problems, and can give the suggestion to the project leaders, and they can take the right action. And how we are doing it? So basically, it's not only the email we have handed over to the AI agent. Our AI agents, they have access to our project catalog as well as to our user management catalog. And with the help of this access, the AI agent can really figure out the right project, the correct project, and as well as the right recipient of the task. So then the task goes exactly to the right recipient. Okay, now let me go and explain the AI agent part. So generally, these AI agents, there should be a nice way to create and manage AI agents. So in a big organization, there could be so many AI agents, and if there is not a nice way to manage them, then these AI agents cannot add a lot of value. So here you see that we do have this application. It's called Ultimus organization. So the concept in Ultimus is that we are treating AI agents like an employee. So whenever there is a new AI agent, this AI agent has to follow the same onboarding process, similar onboarding process what we are using for the employees. So you see that we can see all the employees and AI agents into list. We can filter the real users and also the agents here. And if we edit one of the agent, you can see that AI agent can have a name, username for the access rights and roles, job title, and all these properties, including the picture and advanced configuration. So basically, AI agent is like an employee. It has identity, it has access rights, it has all these parameters. And from here, you can see that we can onboard AI agent as well as an employee. So once we have onboarded AI agents into our Ultimus organization, then these AI agents are visible to our automation team. They can start including these AI agents into their different workflows and different solutions. So let me show you how we can do that. So here is our process designer. So this is one of the module from our low-code technology. So what we can do with the process designer is that we can create processes, multiple workflows of processes. We can edit one of them, and we can start automating the workflow. So generally in the workflow, we have seen that we have two kind of steps. So one of the step is a human step where the humans are working on business forms, and then we have these flow boards. So you see that here we have flow boards. These are special, can do special job like with database, web services, or different jobs. And now we have AI agents as well. So in one of our previous webinar, we have shown that how AI agent can work together with the human. So for example, if we want to give this AI agent to the human, so we can add here like an assistant, which means that the human who's working on a business form will see a chat control. And with this chat control, the human can start talking to AI agent. Human can start telling the problem to the AI agent. AI agent can solve the problem and give the structured data back to the human, which will be visible in the business form. So this is we have shown in one of our previous webinar. But in today's demo, what we have used for this email, that we have this possibility as well that we can embed AI agents directly inside the flow. You can see that now this AI agent is part of the flow. So here we are reading the email. So we can pass this email data to the AI agent. AI agent is analyzing the data, structuring the data, and then also converting this data into a nice structured list. And then we can start creating this list. Okay, the last thing I will show is that a nice dashboard. For example, here you see that we have this dashboard. From this dashboard, what we can see that we can see all the emails what we have been, what AI agent is processing. For example, these two emails I sent and these are processed. And we can see that how it is done. So here is the subject, body of the email, and this is the structured list from the AI agent. So this dashboard is there, we can see, and also we can have a graphical view. We can see that how many emails are received, processed, and how many tasks are generated. We can have a daily view as well, and also some from the status wise as well. So just to summarize, that these AI agents and the AI agents and the low-code technology, they can really solve very complex business solutions and problems. Okay. And I would really recommend, if you want to see how we are creating these AI agents, we have done one webinar in past. So you will see a QR code on the screen, and you can watch our previous webinar as well. So one of the aspect is also security and privacy when we are working with AI agents. For that, we have more expert, my colleague Joachim Samhas. So he has more knowledge on that, and he will be explaining that part. Thanks a lot from my side.
Well, this is really impressive, Navid. We need to talk about that. I get this from my email box as well soon. So thanks for this good insights and good, interesting overview. Okay, you were talking about security, and let me share my screen again. Okay. So, Navid, you mentioned security. And why do we need to talk about security? Whenever we are talking with customers, we see that kind of uncertainty when it comes to AI architecture on the one side and the security needs on the other side. And that's why we think it's worth to spend some minutes on this topic and look into the AI architecture and the different AI components which work together with existing and our Ultimus BPM suite with this intelligent automation. The minimum you need are the orchestration tools, the large language model, and an AI memory. And normally, all this is hidden behind a prompt. But talking about AI security, you should need to know what is behind and should be aware of it. So let me share some examples. And I don't want to go into the details here. So here's a list of some leading AI orchestration tools. And by the way, all this we can technically integrate. But of course, for our demo, we choose only the main components here. Then we have the most relevant large language models which are used today. And finally, we need AI memory, and this AI memory storing the data in a vector database. So these are these items here. But now talking about data privacy needs and the different supporting setups. I've prepared 3 slides for this. So the first option uses public or shared cloud services, like the free ones or commercial AI offerings many of us know and which we are using daily. As you see in the chart on the right, it performs very well in terms of cost and functionality, but it's very weak when it comes to security and data protection. And this is why this setup is not suitable for confidential or enterprise use. There's this alternative. So this option represents a private or secure cloud setup where the data is handled in a dedicated, isolated environment, still in the cloud. As you can see on the chart, it provides much stronger security and compliance while still keeping good functionality and flexibility. And this is, in fact, the right choice for enterprises or organizations working with confidential data. But of course, there are setups which needs even more. And this third setup represents a fully self-hosted on-prem deployment or completely private clouds, but completely protected from the outside. All the data stays inside your own infrastructure. It offers maximum security, privacy, and compliance. But of course, it needs more effort and especially higher cost to maintain and build the stuff. It is ideal for organizations that handle highly confidential or regulated information. But as you see, the effort is, of course, higher. To wrap things up, today we have seen how AI can turn unstructured information, in our case, emails, into clear, actionable tasks and how different deployment options handle data, privacy, and of course, security. Ultimus stands out because it brings everything together: low-code automation, agentic AI, and the flexibility to run everywhere, in the public cloud, private cloud, or on-prem. This gives every customer the freedom to choose the best fitting setup, from agility and scalability to full control and compliance. And with this, we are happy to open the floor for your questions. Okay. While I'm checking the questions, I will go to this follow-up slide because Navid, you mentioned that we already have some YouTube videos, and so I created this small slide. So top is our YouTube channel, and still 2 others are our previous webinars. So feel free to link these items. So let me check the question part. So here we go. Perfect. Good. Let me start from the bottom because this is in fact what we just covered. Can it be deployed on-premise, no private cloud? Yes. So we did special architectural design also for such on-premise environment where you need, of course, some specific hardware, some data to keep your vector data to run the model. But Ultimus itself can run on this environment. We have the architecture for this. So if you're interested, I would suggest get in touch with us, and then we can make a face-to-face meeting and clarify your specific needs. But Ultimus and our architecture allows this. Yes. Other question, what are the LLM that you're using? Navid, maybe you can answer this question. And please open your microphone and...
Okay. We are using different LLMs, so we are quite open with that. For example, we are using from OpenAI, Cloudy, and we are using some open source as well. It all depends, what is the preference. So if the preference is to use some LLM from the cloud, so we will choose one of the best from the cloud. And if the preference is to have on premises, then we are using some LLMs, which are fine-tuned by our team, okay? And then they can be really in the private premises.
Thank you. How you are specifying what an agent can do? I see that all agents seem to me are generic ones. Yeah, also this is something, Navid, you can help here.
Okay, for AI agents, we are using NA10. So like we are designing and configuring our AI agents inside the NA10. Okay, so like I explained, for example, this demo, what I gave you, that the AI agent has access to our system, our database, okay, through different APIs. AI agent can access our project catalog, AI agent can access our user directory. And so this is the place actually where we are designing the AI agent. So these are not generic, they can do special job. If you will watch these two videos with the help of these QR codes, you will see that these AI agents are doing special jobs. So basically, yeah. So definitely these AI agents are doing special jobs, okay, and they can have access to your own system as well, because they need access rights, for example, to ERP system or anything, which is necessary to do the job.
Thank you. Can the AI agent perform its task when the request is sent by an external user? Navid, also a good question for you.
Yes, but it all depends as well, if you allow or not allow. Okay, because AI agent, what it needs an input, okay, and then it knows what it has to be done. So it does not matter from where the request is coming, as long as you define that it is allowed to get the request from the external user. So it is fine. But if you don't allow this, then of course, it is your choice. For AI agent is basically, it needs the input data, and then it knows what has to be done, and it will do the job.
Then I have a question here concerning the task management app. It's more this part. So the question is it just this list and Kanban board, or is there more?
It is a Kanban board, and it is a tabular view as well. So basically, we have two nice view that you can work on a list view, you can work on a Kanban view. So both views are available. Generally, these are the most common views we need to work on the tasks. So the team members, they have their own views. For example, if one team member is working on 5 to 10 projects, so there is one view, and all the tasks from different projects will come into one view. And the project managers have their own view.
Okay. And Navid, I think during lunch you also explained that we have some news in this area that we are planning in the next webinar. Is this correct?
Yes, exactly. We do have a webinar, do have a plan to make some more detailed webinar on our PMO solution, because this is really detailed PMO solution covering all different aspects of the project management area.
Okay, good. I think from the questions we are done, and I think we don't need to spend more time. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining. Thanks for your time. Navid, thanks for the really fantastic presentation. And then looking forward to see the next webinar in November.
Thank you, Sam. Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.